Alright guys, so sometimes the best ideas come to you when you're in the shower. Today, I have one of those ideas.
To the Blu-ray Mountain!
And first, before I do anything else, camera lady, I didn't forget. Alright guys, so we're reading... Alright guys, so by reading the title of this video, I have something different for you. I have a pitch. And I don't usually talk about my movie pitches, and yes, this is a movie pitch, but sometimes I just sit around and think about sequels and remakes and original ideas that I have for movies that I would never be able to get made because I'm not in the Hollywood industry. I'm just some guy that lives in Pennsylvania and likes to make YouTube videos. So for the people that are watching this video and that are new to my channel, I love Nicolas Cage. I also love one of his movies, Drive Angry. And today I have a pitch for you guys for a Drive Angry sequel, which I'm going to call Drive Furious. So guys, if you have not seen the first Drive Angry, let me give you a short little synopsis of what the movie's about. And if you want a full video about it, check out my From the Shelf video for Drive Angry. I go in depth on it. But here's the Cliff Notes version of that. Drive Angry is starring Nicolas Cage, directed by Patrick Lussier. It's about a guy named Milton who escapes from hell to go and get his granddaughter back from this murderous satanic cult, and a whole bunch of really awesome bloody action and fast car chases ensue. So the first thing I want to talk about is Nicolas Cage is not going to be the star of this film rather than the supporting character. Yes, I'd rather put him in the background in this film. But in the forefront, the main character of this film, I want Jensen Ackles from Supernatural. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. I think he's very underrated, and I think he's one of the driving forces of Supernatural. Such a brilliant actor, and I really want to see him on the big screen again. One of the other reasons why I picked him for this is because he has experience with fast cars on Supernatural with the Impala, and he also has experience with the director of Drive Angry, Patrick Lussier, by playing the main character in My Bloody Valentine 3D, the remake of My Bloody Valentine, which was directed by Patrick Lussier, the director of Drive Angry. So most of you know, in typical sequel fashion, we get everything bigger. And that's exactly what I want to do for Drive Furious. I think that this sequel should have just a little bit bigger of a budget. I personally want to see more of the hell that they showed at the very beginning with William Fichtner as the accountant narrating. Also, I want to see an inclusion of another character that I really wanted to see in the original and never got to see. I want to see Satan Lucifer himself. For this character, I'm going to pull another actor that has worked with Lucifer before, specifically in The Prophecy 3. That's right, Christopher Walken is going to play Lucifer, and I think that would be perfect. You know, I could see him being like, Nicolas Cage, I'm gonna need you to go after Jensen Ackles. You're gonna stay in hell forever. I think having an actor like Christopher Walken would add so much more depth, and who would not want to see Nicolas Cage, Jensen Ackles, and Christopher Walken in the same movie? I know I would. And there are two movies that really helped me get a firm idea of what I wanted to do for this film. The Crow and Hard to Kill, Steven Seagal. Guys, this is going to be a spoiler video, so if you have not seen this movie, please stop this video, go watch The Crow, and then come back, because there are going to be spoilers. Brandon Lee, Eric Draven, is forced to watch his wife brutally raped and murdered before his eyes before he is killed as well. I can see at the very beginning of this film that Jensen Ackles is a family man. He loves his little boy, he loves his wife, and then one day, someone comes in, murders his family in front of his eyes, and I could see him, having this revenge plot where he's gonna go and take out these guys. But here's what happens to Jensen Ackles when he finally finds all the killers, takes them down, kills them, but he accidentally dies himself in the process. Jensen Ackles is sent to hell. One, because he did this all on a personal vendetta, and he killed another man. He killed multiple men, and that's what sent him to hell. But just like the aspects from the first Drive Angry, Jensen Ackles steals a car and escapes from hell. And that's where all the influences from The Crow end, and when the influences from Hard to Kill begin. So by that little exchange right there, I think you know where I'm going with this. Unfortunately, my sequel will not have William Fichtner as the accountant. Instead, we will have Nicolas Cage as the accountant, going after Jensen Ackles, being sent by the devil himself, Christopher Walken. And with Nicolas Cage playing the character of the accountant in the sequel, Drive Furious, we're going to see more of those badass action scenes that I loved with Nicolas Cage from the first one. I want to see him beating down people more. I want to see him driving fast cars, and I want to see Jensen Ackles going up against Nicolas Cage. But another thing that I love about this movie idea is that we get more of the demon-on-demon action that we got from the first one, and less demon-on-human action that we got in the first one. So we get the demon Nicolas Cage versus the demon Jensen Ackles. So here's where the elements of Hard to Kill come in. In Hard to Kill, Steven Seagal goes into a coma, and when he comes back to the world of consciousness, he goes after the guys that killed his family at the very beginning. And I just love that idea. That's why I want to include it in my sequel, Drive Furious. Jensen Ackles has escaped from hell, realizing that he left a couple of the other men alive that he wanted to take out because he died in the process of trying to avenge his wife and his son. So he has to escape and try to take them down. But here's where things get a little weird. We find out that Amber Heard's character is actually the sister of Jensen Ackles' wife that died at the very beginning of this film, and she gets embroiled into the plot by somehow finding Jensen Ackles and trying to help him, and when she realizes that Nicolas Cage is after Jensen Ackles to bring him to hell, she doesn't know what to do. And from there, guys, we get a whole lot more of crazy car chases, an actual sex scene with Amber Heard that we didn't get in the first one with Jensen Ackles, which would add just so much more confusion on that character. Does he love her, or does he still love his wife? We get Nicolas Cage coming after him, we get Christopher Walken, and we get a bigger world. We get Drive Furious, and we get something that I really, really want to see. And guys, I'm not going to ruin the end of the film, because that's spoilers, and I just don't know. I want your guys' opinion. How would you end this film? So guys, that was my pitch for a Drive Angry sequel, Drive Furious. If you like this video, please give it a like, give it a comment down below, share this video, and if you want to see more pitches, please leave that down in the comment box as well. Guys, I got a whole bunch more stuff coming up on my channel. Please stick around, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. And most importantly, guys, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram because you know I have them. And most importantly, this has been Zack versus the Blu-ray Mountain. Stay metal, my friends.